my name is Julie and this is KS Mom Crochets, and today is going to be Stitcher Library number 1, and I am so excited you all to start making these videos and jump on that Stitcher Library bandwagon. I have a lot of books and I have the app called Dropbox, which also has a ton of patterns that I have saved and bought, and free patterns, paid patterns, that I really need to get around to making instead of just them sitting there. So, in case you don't know, which I'm sure everyone does, Stitcher Library was started by Terry over at the Yarn Joy podcast and Rebecca from Yarn and Pajamas. There are a ton of people that do these videos now, and I'm not going to link everybody or anything like that. You can just type in Stitcher Library into the search bar of YouTube and it will pull up everybody's videos, and you all can just watch all the different people that do the Stitcher Library videos. And Stitcher Library is exactly what it says. It is stitching your library. So you're pulling out these patterns that you have found and you never made, whether it's from a magazine or a book or a download or just a saved website from a blog or a YouTube video. I mean, it can be anything. So for right now, I'm sure that it will change in other videos, but for right now, I'm going to be doing my Stitcher Library books, Stitcher Library out of books. I have a lot, and I have a lot that I have never made even one pattern out of. I have a problem with buying books. I just I want them all. So I'm going to start out, like I said, I know this is Stitcher Library number 1, but I already did a vote. So the way that I'm going to do Stitcher Library is I'm going to show you all 3 patterns and let you all vote on which one you would like for me to do. So the vote that I had was out for this book for the Cutest Crochet creations. And this was a crochet along that was hosted by Chronically Crocheting, or Crystal. And she had found this book. It was really cheap, and I will link it down below. But she had found this book and she shared it with everyone, and then she just decided to have a crochet along using this book. And I thought that that was such a wonderful idea that she had, because there are so many cute patterns in this book that I want to make. So that is what brought me around to making or having a vote for you all to vote. And as you know, if you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I have been working on Lucy Lamb out of that book, because that is the pattern that you all voted the most for. So here is my Lucy Lamb. Her ears are a little wonky, and as I have told you all before, I never, rarely do I ever pin any of my pieces down. So none of my amigurumi are ever perfect. Something is always just a little bit crooked. But anyway, I used a 2.75 millimeter hook on this, and I used drop saffron yarn in the color light beige and the color light brown. And then I'm not really for sure what size safety eyes I used. Probably, I'm thinking those are maybe 8 millimeter eyes. That's what I'm gonna say, is around 8 millimeter eyes. And then I just used a little scrap black of a 2-weight yarn to give it its nose and mouth. And then for the scarf, I actually used Premier Fruits in the colorway Plum. I did not do the scarf the way that they did it in the book. I just did a foundation, half double crochet foundation row of 50, and then I just crocheted 2 more rows of half double crochet, and I think it looks fine. I just like how that since her body is so plain, but that gives her just a little bit of a pop of color, and I think that it looks really nice on her. So I hope that you all like how Lucy the Lamb turned out. I was a little concerned with the different stitch textures right here, because that is called a modified half double crochet, and I do go into more detail about this pattern in my crochet podcast number 19. So this is my Lucy Lamb, and I wanted to show her finished on my Stitch Your Library, just so I wasn't just showing you all patterns to pick from. So the voting is going to be out of this book, which is the Sweet Crochet Friends. And I just love this book. I actually had a viewer, which was Marilyn. She sent me a picture, and I shared it on my channel, of this little girl right here that she had made, and she made a little bunny to go with her, and she was just adorable. So I wanted to pull this book out and do some patterns from it, because the patterns are so cute, and I have never worked out of this book before. So I am just going to give you your pattern choices right now, and I will pop up their pictures on the screen as I'm talking about them. And I'm hoping that I do not butcher this first pattern's name. So the first pattern is Cocola, I think, the Koala. And I just think he is so cute. He looks like well, I guess he is. It does tell you just a little bit about them. They have like a little tiny story. But he looks like he might be going to Paris, or maybe going on a sailboat. I think he is adorable. And if I remember right, I could be forgetting, but I'm thinking that I've never made a koala before. I'm not 100%, but I don't recall. And then pattern number 2, or option number 2, is Little April. And I think she is adorable. I think that when I make her, because I will probably make her one of these days, if I was to make her this time, I think that I would pick very similar colors, because I just love that bright yellow dress that she's wearing, and I love how her hair is. I think her hair is really pretty too. So option number 2 is Little April. Now option number 3 is Vivi, or Vivi, I think it's Vivi. I'm not sure. The bunny. And I just think this little bunny is so adorable. I love how it has its little shorts and its little shoes with the laces on it. I just think that is so cute. And I'm thinking that if I'd done this pattern, that I would probably do the sleepy eyes just like they did, because I really like the look of her. Okay, so I had to check my calendar to make sure I had my dates all right. So today is June the 23rd, and what I'm going to do just for this one time is I'm going to come back next week on June the 30th and let you all know which pattern won, so that I can get Stitch Your Library videos actually started. So I will let you all vote for 1 week, and then from here on out, all my videos for Stitch Your Library will be every other Thursday. So from June 30th on to whenever I decide to not do these anymore, it will be every other week. So that way, because I know that that's not in line with a lot of other people, but you know, that's okay. And I want to still be able to do Whip Wednesday videos if I decide to, that way that I'm not having 2 videos on the same day, if that makes sense. And like I said, the 3 pattern choices again are Cocola the Koala, Little April, and the last one is Vivi, or Vivi the Bunny. And if you all would like to, you can just leave me a comment down below letting me know what pattern you would like to see me do for my first Stitch Your Library. And like I said, I'm so excited about this. because I have a ton of patterns that I want to do. And sometimes when I'm looking through my books, because sometimes I'll just look through them to try to get inspiration, I get overwhelmed by the amount of patterns that I want to do, and then I end up not doing anything or doing something completely not even out of a book. So I feel like that this gives me a little motivation to work out of my books or work from patterns that I have been wanting to do but haven't, and also get your all's opinions on which ones you like the best and would like to see. So thank you all again so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all real soon for another video. Bye.